Okay, so today I'm going to be talking about fishing the depths 250. Doesn't really matter if it's the old school, the OG depths 250 or the new one. You can fish it the same way. So we're going to go over rod, reel, line first. With the rod, this isn't my rod, this is my cousin's rod. But I'm going to go over what I use personally. I use a Daiwa DX heavy or extra heavy. The heavy, I believe it holds from 3 ounces to 10 ounces. You need the heavy, extra heavy rod to really launch this thing out there, because this is a really heavy bait. This is 10 inches, and it is 10 inches and 6 ounces, 6.5 ounces, I believe. With the reel, I like an Okuma Citrix. This isn't a Okuma, this is a Shimano, but this is what I use at home, because like I said, I'm at my cousin's house also. Okuma Citrix 6:4:1 gear ratio. Line, I like a Daiwa J braid, 65 pound. If I'm not using full fluorocarbon, I'm going braid to mono or fluoro. Braid to mono or fluoro. When I fish mono, when I want the bait higher in the water column, because say it's more like a warmer day, they'll kind of key in on the surface, because when it's really cold, they stay at the bottom. And fluorocarbon when you want it to get deeper. Most of the time people are using fluorocarbon. No problem with that. I use fluorocarbon a lot too. So now we're gonna get in how to fish this bait. So first I'm gonna go over, before we get into fishing this bait, I want to go over how a lot of people fish this thing ineffectively. I mean, you guys could fish it fast and catch fish, but this is you want to get more bites, then this is how you do it. So this is how people do it. They cast it out there really far, and then what they do is burn it and then twitch it really hard and really erratic fit. All right. So I don't like to do that, because when you fish it fast and it's just really twitching around, especially when you're using like a depths 250. Well, this is what the video is talking about, but something that is like a trout pattern. They're just gonna look at it, and then they're gonna say, yeah, that trout is like really erratic, and they see like an actual trout swimming around. It's really just natural, just swimming really naturally in the water column, and you see this trout looking thing, and it's just twitching everywhere and really looking kind of unrealistic. But I'm not saying you shouldn't do that. I'm saying that if you fish it a lot slower, then it'll be a lot more effective. So I'm gonna show you how I fish it, which is slower. I rarely even fish this erratic. So what you do? Did I get over here? Get out the reel. So what I do is just slowly reel it in. Just slow roll it. All right, go out a bit. Like right here, and then what you do, or what I do, is just slow roll it, and then just see how fast or how slow I'm doing it, and then what that does is it just slowly glides, kind of like that, and then when a fish sees that swimming really slow, the bass, this thing has really good drawing power. It'll draw, say, fishes inside like a giant tree, and a big bass, when they see this thing swimming along, they hear that big splash, so they already know, like they're already alerted. So when they see that thing, that big swim bait swimming by, they just can't miss that opportunity to get such a big meal. So that's why a lot of people fish glide baits now, and it's really popular now. So fish it slow. If you fish it really fast, and I think the fish are just gonna stay inside that cover and not even worry about it, because they already know. And the big fish are the smartest fish. Just remember that. So say now you have a follower, all right? So cast it out there, and get a follower. And here's what I do. Right, So when I'm reeling it in, and I see a follower, you know, all you'll see is like a giant shadow in the back, all right? Like in the back of your bait, just following it. So you reel it slow, and you're slow rolling it, it's just slowly swimming. And I see that follower, and I want it, you always want a fish to bite. All you want to do is slowly reel it in, and then just give it one quick turn of the handle like that. And if you see this bait in the water right now, all right, underwater, you can see me do it. All right, I'm gonna slow roll it, and I'm just gonna give it one quick turn of the handle. Well, you get me how I did. You guys saw how it was swimming, and then it kind of just did one sharp turn to one side or the other side. What that'll do, it'll kind of trigger the fish. It'll trigger the fish into biting, and really make it a reaction strike. So it'll kind of go the other way or the other way, and then that'll kind of scare the bass, and they'll kind of just get it out of reaction. If the bass swims away, you probably didn't even know. So this is where the water conditions and all that stuff comes in. So when I say you want to see the follower in the back of your bait, you need really, really clear water. Now I'm talking about like 7 feet or more visibility, all right? Now with the water here, every time winter, spring, this water is super clear, and I mean, it goes like at least probably at least 10 feet visibility, at least in the winter and in the spring. Because in the winter, all the vegetation and algae's dying. So what that does, it really just cleans the water up. So yeah, keys to this bait, to fishing this bait, you want clear water, sunny days so you can see the fish coming right behind your bait, and also key is fishing it slow. If you think you're not fishing it slow enough, fish it slower, but my advice is, that's what everybody says, but my advice is to just, slowly reel it in, and then give it one quick turn of the handle. That one quick turn of the handle is what will get you bites. So good luck out there. Hopefully you guys can fish this bait. The depth 250 is a little hard to find right now, as I believe. And this bait is expensive. It's $180, depending on where you get it. So like, comment, and subscribe. Peace.
Like me, it drifts away. I would watch you stare. I would watch you stare.